Hello, today is the 8th of June and I have a story here about the French Revolution, that era in recent history which shaped indeed the history of much of modern Europe, certainly shaped the history of France, signalling the end of the monarchy in France and the rise of democracy. One of the main characters in the French Revolution was Maximilien François de Robespierre. He was a lawyer and statesman. In 1791, Robespierre became the outspoken advocate for the citizens of Paris and indeed France who were without a voice, and played an important part in the agitation which brought about the fall of the French monarchy during August of 1791. And he was key in summoning the National Convention. He was one of the leading members of the insurrection in Paris. Robespierre played a key role also in the Reign of Terror, the so-called Reign of Terror, during which he oversaw the arrest and execution of numerous political enemies who were seen as opposing the revolution. It is estimated that 17,000 people were sentenced to death and guillotined during the Reign of Terror, with little or no proper legal procedure. People often think of the French Revolution as a glorious time where liberty and freedom were exalted. Well, there's the other side of it. It was a brutal time, a time of much killing. One of Robespierre's notions was to create a national religion, to overthrow the Catholic Church. He called this the cult of the supreme being, which was a hodgepodge of ideas and activities in an effort to replace the Catholic Church and instead set up reason, nature, and liberty as the objects of worship. Robespierre himself was soon criticized for trying to establish a kind of dictatorship around himself, almost a sect or cult. His effort at creating a new religion didn't last long. In fact, less than 8 weeks after it was inaugurated, Robespierre himself was undone by his own ego and lost his own head on the guillotine, to which he had sent so many. The creation of the cult of the Supreme Being was one of the many attempts in human history to create a religion built around the exaltation of man, not of God. The Christian faith is not a creation of mankind, but rather a revelation from God. From God's revelation, we know that God created the world and all in it, that the human person is the pinnacle of God's creation, made in the image of God, but that we too, through the misuse of freedom, have fallen from grace and can only be restored by the love and mercy of God to enter into God's presence for eternity. Life then has a purpose. We are called to use our freedom purified by grace to reach God and be saved. God is at the center, not flawed humanity. In God is our only hope. Robespierre inaugurated the French Revolution's new religion, the cult of the Supreme Being, in 1794, 126 years ago on this day.